Bachelor's Way, making secondhand chic.
Okay, I just want to show you something. So this is a primed piece of MDF that I'm using for my door fronts over there. Anyways, I just want to show you when you use MDF, when you prime it, it kind of gets just a little bit of roughness on it. And you can really quick take some sandpaper. Seriously, that's all it takes. And it just makes it smooth, and you can feel, you just be able to feel it. It'll be rough and you can feel the difference. So it's a really important step to get you a really nice finish when you're done painting if you're using MDF.
Don't these look good? Today I'm just showing you lots of odds and ends we are finishing up. First, Dad and Ozzy spent some time adjusting the drawer runners. He's trying to fix the fronts of them to get these front corners to line up. Next, I had two outlets that were on the actual window seats. The white outlet really stuck out like a sore thumb. I spray painted the plates in the garage, and then the actual outlets I spray painted in place. I used a plastic bag to protect them from overspray. Make sure that you turn the electricity off before you spray. Now they blend right in. We ran a PVC pipe inside the wall to run wires from the back of our TV to the inside of the electronics cabinet. We needed to finish off our rough hole cut, so we cut a ring out of a plastic doorknob protector and we painted it gray. We slipped it over the pipe. Looks much better now. We had a gap that was too large to fill with caulk, so we added a small piece of cove molding. I spoke briefly before in an earlier video about our speaker doors. We cut out the center of each door and added the trim. Then I sanded, caulked, and primed the doors, followed by 2 coats of paint. I didn't want to buy a big piece of speaker cloth, and I didn't want to spend big bucks. I found this black dress at a thrift store for $6. It looks like speaker cloth. I ripped down small strips of wood on the table saw from my wood pile. I used these strips to tack and hold the material in place on the inside of the doors. I used my pin nailer. Make sure that you keep your material taut. I trimmed the excess material and rolled the remaining material under or over the thin strips and attached with hot glue. This process worked well, except I didn't check how long of pin nails I used, and my first door, I turned it over and had pin nails sticking out the front. I hate having to patch. But nonetheless, they turned out quite nicely. Now that the built-in cabinets were painted, I needed to trim them out. I started looking for crown molding. I found it was cheaper at my local lumber store than at the big box stores, but it was still going to cost $60 to $80. I lucked out and I found some crown at the Restore for $8 for all of it. I tried a piece to see if it would look good by trying a little piece that I'd cut off. I really liked it. Don't worry about how bad my sample piece looks. The grain was very open, so I started by using wood filler and then sanding it smooth. This shows the transformation of the crown molding. This is what it looked like when I got it. This is after I put the wood filler in it and sanded it. This is after it's primed, and this is after 2 coats of paint on top of all of that. Looks gorgeous. Once the crown was painted, I let it dry overnight, and the next day I started installing it.
I'm just coming to show you some of the progress. Got the crown up, part of it anyway. You can see it over here. This corner, man. Proud of that. That was beautiful. Anyways, and I have that crown. All of this I need to do. And that section over there. Okay, but we're cruising.